Alright, so we're gonna bring this one back to the beginning. That's 6 o'clock on the angle. I wanted to watch this one again because it is interesting. I did this. It would be like an army man and get down on your knees now and try to go that distance. So easy to get off on the angle on it. It really is. To go that distance and keep your angle right. So this is the other set of clouds that came through on them. And this is why when we were doing the opposite ended angles of the star. So I have volume, but not in the video for some reason. But the volume's there. My Facebook is messing my stuff up. So I disconnected my Bluetooth, and it's back on. I disconnected again. Now it's verifying the current audio output. So now the sound should be coming through this. I'll turn the volume up. And I have no sound, no audio, period. I'm talking in this about what's going on with it. And I just find it funny how they like to disable my sound, and they like to. I was looking for that picture of that video where the girl was again. I was like, how did it get on there twice? I didn't repost it like that, and it wasn't there, and so how it kept on going back to it it's pathetic. But so, anyways, there's a point where I go, okay, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. That one off to the right is 11 o'clock. And I start actually going with the camera from the rocks through the center rocks of the semicircle to the opposite end of them. And because they disable my sound, I can't hear what's going on and when it's going to happen on this. But that's the kind of stuff they do to make me mad, and I'm not going to get mad about it. I'm counting through the hours. I'm explaining the hours and all of that stuff with it. I find this video again, I'll upload it to YouTube just because they wanted to block out the sound on it. And it's just to show you, I'm looking down at the ground, but this is just to show you how, looking at the ground, I'm able to know exactly where it is on the other side. And so I'm able to pull the phone up directly to the perfect spot of it. And that's how I built this dial right here. I don't have to get down on the ground, is what I'm saying. I only had to do the ground thing one time, the groundwork, mark out the hour, and then I get down on the ground, and I think I'm predicting where the next one was going to be, the next hour on this one. So I'll take that brick, I think, and throw it in that area right there. What we do then is we wait for the hour to come. And then I'll get down on my hands and my knees and real low and I'll make sure they're lined up. This is why it took so long to do Clearfield, doing that, all the single rocks in a single line, because within 2 to 3 minutes after the hour, it's already moved about a centimeter. So what we were going for is we were going for accurate. We were going for perfection on this. And that's why it spirals up above me. Because we really spiraled it all day long, too. This is what we were working on, though. We were working on the opposite intersecting angles of it. Making sure everything was lined up. This took, once again, about 2 to 2.5 weeks doing this. It seems so simple, but until you actually start, sometimes you had clouds come out and shadow you, you know. And so guess what? They shadowed for 5 minutes too long. Well, we were going for accurate, like I said. So what did that mean? Well, I mean, if that happened at 5 o'clock, that means, guess what? Your whole 5 o'clock, 5 to 6 is ruined. Okay? So you gotta wait for the next day. So as simple as you think this may be, it was not. That actually is amazing. I love it. I love how the clouds did exactly what I was doing down there. I love how I'm able to look down directly at the ground, find my mark through the center, and directly up, and know dang well that I had hit the right angle on it all the way across the other side. And that was what was so beautiful about this piece. That's what we were working on. And there were different stages. There were different things that we did through this. We did a great big post in the center of the yard to string out the angles that would work horizontal, perpendicular, or whatever, all that. We did it in the backyard, so we didn't have the law being called on us every 5 seconds, because it's annoying following their lines and having them call the law, so the law can say, well, someone was saying this. Okay. They get on the radio, someone says leave them alone, and then they take off. Anyway, I'll just pause is how I'm going to do these. Alright. Anyways. So we come over to Riverdale City after doing a bunch of these things, and I notice it. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Or I pulled this one from 25th Street. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, right? You have to be kidding me, Riverdale City. Now, should I pause that? You've got to be kidding me. So then now when I'm looking at this, then I become seriously pissed. I become seriously pissed off. Seriously pissed off. Because this is the city that took my family from me. Perfect match. I'm missing the left side to that rock. perfect match. Imagine how upset I am at this moment right now. Right now, as I'm looking at this, knowing I'm going to upload this video talking about Riverdale City. After you've seen those clouds that we did with the star and all that, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And this is the city that took my family. The one that I said did dig big boss in the clouds and go south, and the sex noises up above me. The ones that didn't take care of the bones, that wrote off 2 bones. When I had a witness who had a top secret clearance that worked for L3 Communications, named Allie, who knows dang well that they were called out there. Knowing that every time they came over, because of me looking out that window, because it was my backyard and me being angered, and every time they come over, what are you mad about? Because someone would call on me. I'm mad about the bones. That they just kept writing it off. Knowing that when I was able to prove that the sound was electronic in nature and show them, that they laughed at me to my face. Knowing that they heard the truth of what happened, knowing I had photos from being on the inside of a door that was kicked in by someone else, knowing that that was not my fault, knowing that they had set me up for that, knowing that they had told me that they hated me and they were going to do everything in their power to get me evicted, and this is the rock I'm holding in my hand. No, they have some answers to answer. They really do. And it's from walking those lines that they forced me to walk. They're not my tickets. They're not my tickets. So I ask you how they're going to fix my family that they damaged. And they know they can't. But yet this is the place that they were force-feeding their voices, saying they stole my house, they stole my house, they stole my house. And then they really ruined my marriage. They really stole my house. I'm going to end this video right here. I got to go down to chapel. Is it really your world? Is it really your world, Riverdale? $1 billion is that I can make it someone else's world before yours.